Okay. So, wants to do this. So Floyd here. Oh, dude, Ubisoft Mumbai, cool man. Hello, brother. So struggling really badly with lighting on my current work in progress scene. I've tried a few things, then it looks bad. I get back to modeling props, and I've been postponing it for a long time. Some basic guidance would be awesome. So, I mean, the initial lighting, there's enough information here for you to continue working on your scene. What I would suggest, detective. What I would suggest is finding the camera angles that you want. It looks like you've got a few. Like this is a good one. This one looks like an angle you're going to want to use, and this is like an overall scene angle, right? I'm not too versed in Unreal. I think this is an Unreal. Yeah, that guy's telling me Unreal all the way. I'm not too versed in the lighting in Unreal, but your shadows are a little on the low res side. That's either because of the frustum of the light being too wide, which is diffusing the shadows, or it could be the resolution of the light map on the ground, or on like the one on the ceiling looks like it's a resolution issue. The one on the ground is probably a combination of the frustum on the light source being too wide in combination with the light map on the ground being too low res. So it's trying to diffuse it, but there's not enough pixels in the light map to get the diffused nice and soft, the diffused shadow nice and soft. Let's see, we got that light there. The light above this table is on, which is this fan light, I'm guessing. I think that, yeah, focus lighting more on the desks than the boards. So I'm going to copy this image. We're going to go into here. We're going to get rid of my horrible doodling. We're going to go here. So first, think about temperature of lights. What type of light bulb are placed in these, right? Usually a light bulb will have a quite a warm light, unless you get like an LED or a colored light. So they have different temperatures, right? And usually lights like these are going to be pretty warm. I would probably turn this light off, the ceiling light, this one here. Mainly because the ceiling, it's odd. So basically you have a light here that's shooting down like this, right? But somehow it's lighting the ceiling. I think you need to be using a, what is it called? Yeah, yellow lights are nice. A directional light facing down so that you're not, like, I think right now you're using a point light, which is probably why you're getting this up here. Lower the brightness of this and use this more to explain why the room is ambient lit. Spotlight, yeah, probably spotlight. I was thinking of the plane. I can't think right now. Because you need to fill these darker areas in. I think if you're the other weird thing is this shadow here is really it's really dark. I think if this spotlight was shorter, so it's barely touching the top of the table, then you add like an ambient light that you just kind of use to boost the bounce light in the room, just so you're getting rid of these darker areas. And the light in the background here, I would probably move over here. If you really like this board here with the light, then I would actually just move the boards, right? So put that board over here, and then move the light over here as well. This light probably doesn't need to be that bright. And if it's going to be there, I need to know what it is light-wise. Like, you could probably take this table lamp light, rip the top off, and just put it up here, and put it on a low light, and get that nice kind of glow from the green over here. And then you can have your light casting down here. Now the reason I was saying lowering this light is of course to get rid of this up here and to kind of like tone down the brightness on the ground or the darkness of that shadow. And then I would actually turn the light on the table. Now the reason I say turning the light on the table is because in this angle here, it really will make this area look really intriguing. You'll have a little bit of the lighting coming from over here from the wall light. You'll have a little bit of ambient lighting from the ceiling light. And then you'll have this nice color here casting down, but then also illuminating the glass here. There's Ubisoft studios everywhere, man. It's crazy. Your assets are looking ace, man. They're really cool. He needs a pen. He needs a pen. He needs a, I mean, he's got all of this stuff that's going on. He's like, I don't know. What, like, I need to solve this. I need to solve this case. And it looks like there's a lot of information going on, right? So maybe there's a lot of failed, like, theories, which just tells you need a trash can with a bunch of crumpled up papers and, like, papers kind of scattered throughout. Some of these boxes need to be opened. Like is this a couch? I think this is a couch over here. I would actually shrink the room down and just kind of bring everything in a little bit. Quilly Willy, I'll say it out loud, that way it doesn't get lost in chat at the bottom. Hey buddy. Wes, dude, thanks for the sub, man. Hope you're doing alright. So Quilly Willy says, I struggle with lighting too, and some nice feedback I got. Some lighting artist was to limit yourself to 3 to 4 lights, really forcing you to focus on the important lights. That's a really good idea. I'm sorry, I read that exactly how it was written. Now you know how I feel 24/7. Moderator is always moderating my typing. Feels bad, man. Should have paid attention in school. The cabinet files, another great opportunity to have a bunch of papers. And dude, like this couch, I would rotate the couch so it's slightly angled, and you can tell that there's like coffee, there's food here. He's just living here trying to solve this case, right? He's got like a blanket on the couch. He's just, the struggle is real. He's like, I'm this close. I'm this close to figuring it out. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, be careful about how bright the light is on the ceiling, because it's drawing your attention from the rest of the scene. It's like if you zoom out like this, and let's just blur it a bit. So you can see like the focus is here, here, and here. And then the back, those are like the hot spots, right? If you need to really, instead of painting it, you can just do this. That tells you a lot. So now you know where your focuses are. And like you can see the table isn't even really even lit. Sounds like you at work every day. Oh man, don't tell me that. But yeah, hopefully that is helpful information. Next up, we've got is it, how do you say it? I want to say Bagner. Is it Bagner? The light on the right wall you're talking about here? Or like the light that's illuminating these? Because those are, I don't know where that light's coming from. It looks like it's behind, it's over here, shining down this way. Close enough. All right, Rasmus. Rasmus works, right? Is that correct? So you've been working on this scene here. Good old scene. And yeah, it looks like you've been filling it up. Getting all those details. Getting all those deets. It's looking pretty nice, man. I think where these are connecting, you need to have like a nice transition to where these end. Like, just gonna do. Wait, is this actually the same? Oh, I was gonna say, whoa, same res and everything. Crazy. You could probably take these guys out when you're showing the scene, just so that we can focus on the overall composition. Unsettling neatness. That is very hard to pull off. If you're gonna do it, it has to be like everything has to be lined up exactly, like his cup and like everything is just positioned exactly where he wants it. Let's see here. Imaging. Thanks for the follow, man. Okay, so like in here, we're just gonna solve this stuff, right? If you can have that transition back into the scene, like maybe you need to bring some more of the moss color that you're using in the rest. It'll help you out, I think, with bringing it back in to the rest of the scene. Because right now it feels like it's, you see how much is floating? It's very separated. It's either like bringing those elements in or lightening the darker areas here. Let's see what else we got going on here. Your shadows, I feel like, are like your foliage is very dark. I think getting your transmission or your subsurface in there to kind of bring the brightness up on them, or lowering the darkness of the shadows through the foliage. So that way you can focus on getting the under areas here darker, right? Because like if what am I doing here? What am I doing? Let's just grab all this here. You really need like an undershadow here. That way it feels like it's popping a little bit more. That's a little strong. But you know what I mean? It does have a bit of a Morrowind feel to it. I think it's because of the desaturated look. You have to remember how saturated Avatar is, right? Definitely while you're looking at the reference, I know that you have the concept. Look at the movie. And just get a sense for like how green it gets. Because it's like, it's crazy, man. Like, do you see these guys up here? These guys really pop. I'll just do this. You can see what I'm talking about. Let's hide all that edge damage. There we go. Later, Blizz. Thanks for hanging out, man. And you can see how dark it gets down here, right? If you can get away from that darkness, you're going to be in a pretty good spot, I think. Oh yeah, the information's there. I can kind of boost it up a bit just to... Yeah, your foliage is really dark right now. I think if we could see the albedo only, it would really help. Yeah, it's probably the distance field AO that's doing that for sure. I think you're right. Always forget that like screen space AO and distance field AO and post-processing effects are really screw with stuff, right? It might be worth blanking these out back here, like with just other foliage further back, just so that it feels like a full scene, right? Like there's going to be trees all the way back there, unless you're getting close to a clearing, right? And if it feels like you're getting close to a clearing, you might as well show the clearing. The only other thing I think is like paying attention to how dark the tops of these are versus like the undersides, because they feel very unlit right now. And what you could do actually is you could place a light right here. Perfect color to show light. You could place a light right here or further up, sorry, up here, and have it shine down this way, just to cast undershadows on these guys. I don't know if you can do, I haven't looked at it, but in Unreal, if you can do light linking, where you can say that light only affects these and this trunk, that would be freaking... So basically you would link that light to those things and just get the nice shadows that you want under there. Other than that, I think getting some nice contrasts of like showing a... There's light channels, cool, good. Showing a clear kind of path that's going through here would be really nice. Where the foliage is kind of parted a bit. Right here it feels like this is like a dead end. Only for stationary and movable. Yeah, look into see if just placing a light there with like a short distance, like it stops here, and you'd probably be all right. We're gonna skip your other two for now and make sure I get to these ones, and then I'll come back. Depending, let me see if there's. Yeah, there's two others. Okay. Okay, Vince. Dude, the balance on this is much nicer. Hang on, I'm starting to sweat bullets. It's so warm. Dude, in the other streaming room, it's not going to be this hot. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So this looks pretty awesome. To say awesome again for 4 times. I like it. I like the little color hits here. The balance of like how dark it used to be versus how it is now looks really good. It looks like you're using DFAO because the volume of this foliage over here, this bush here, is really nice. I feel like maybe you could exaggerate the cattails a little bit more. Just make these a little larger. I don't know if that's what you guys call them, but in the States we call those cattails. Like fuzzy hot dogs. Yeah, scaling those up could be pretty interesting. But I mean, even if you didn't, they look pretty cool. Yeah, the angle of the light is really interesting. I do like it as well. I think implying some more with this plant on the side would be nice. Let's do this here. I'm just gonna seal it. Just doing like that right there, boom. Way nice. I like this scene, man. This grass feels really good too. I think maybe if you had some breakup in the soil, so it wasn't all rock, that could be pretty nice. I can't paint that, sadly. This also might be a little even with the plant stuff. Let me see here. I'm putting it like there. Yeah, something like that. Just like it says so much, right? It feels like there's more in the scene. Yeah, it's interesting. The light's like up here, and it's casting this way. Um, it's pretty interesting. That like those subtle bloom hits are pretty sick, man. The way you've scattered your the foliage is also really nice, like where it's located at. This is really interesting too. You've I don't know if it's part of the ground or if you're placing it around it, but you've got this like skirting stuff to the grass. What am I doing? What is happening here? Oh, I know what's happening. There we go. So this stuff here, you've got all this stuff going on, and then you've got this stuff that's transitioning to the dirt. It's pretty cool, man. It's a nice effect. I don't know how you're approaching it. If it's part of the ground and then you're just placing this stuff on top of it. Either way, it looks really good. I like it. It's a nice transition. Man, I just want more. I just want more plants. Is it so wrong that I want more plants? It feels like there's more, like it doesn't stop, you know? I mean, you can even put a tree way back, like back there, that's just kind of lost in the fog. I really like this wood material too. It's pretty interesting looking. It is getting a little skewed here. It might be the FOV. And then maybe a little bit of you feel like you missed a bunch? Oh, it's okay, man. You can go to the VODs and actually rewind if you want. Some dripping stuff down here would be kind of cool. Mainly around like this area could be good. But yeah, you can see what we've done. It's pretty sick, man. Oh, 10 months, dude. Thanks. Stans, buddy. Dude, it's been that long? That's crazy. Thank you very much for supporting me. Supporting our community. You help pay for the tools that I use to display your guys' content. It's really helpful, actually. Paying for these tools monthly can be it adds up, you know? But I tell you what, man, it's much cheaper than it used to be. Much cheaper. You can get Moto for $50 a month when you used to have to get Maya for like $3,000. No, Photoshop still has the. Well, what do you mean perpetual? They have their monthly now. I'm using the Lightroom package where it's this and Lightroom and Bridge, and that's like $10 a month. Nah, they don't do that anymore for sure. But everyone went monthly, and the monthlies are all quite cheap. $10 a month for Photoshop? I mean, that's not bad. Or maybe it's 20. 20 is still not too bad. But you combine that 20 with the 20 for Substance tools, and then the 50 for Moto, you know, it starts to build up. It starts to build up. Anyways, this looks dope, man. I'm really impressed with this. Be sure to go back and watch the stuff because I think we covered some stuff that would be helpful to you. And you should put some cattails back here too. Or in this area. Something back there. This table and chair is very close to that edge. I'd be really concerned to sit there. And I love the little dude, you need lawn gnomes. You need lawn gnomes, man. All right, Abel, you're next. Abel's freaking me out. This one freaks me out. I don't know. I don't know how to comprehend what I'm looking at here. And Trish, you're a genius. Seeking crits on use of space and elements. So you've got this asset, right? You wanted me to look at the vending machine. It's not even fully stocked. Either that or it's really been getting a lot of usage. You know what I'm saying? So these last two, right? Not enough shelves. I mean, look at them. Oh man, what's happening? So like, why is it hopping? It's hopping. So like these details, like there's a lot of stuff to be had here, right? You've got this guy, which you have. Where's it at here? You've got that. You've got. I mean, you have all the details. I think. Dude, these vending machines do look happy. It's so odd to me. So the edge here is quite thin. And I think in yours it's pretty thick right here. I still think you'd want to model it, but I think I would make that thinner. I love the little extra like damage details you've got, like this bent corner down here. Thick. It's gamified. I mean, sure. It's still like, I think you could half that and it would still look okay in game. Nice to see you, Pontus. Let's see here. I mean, a lot of these elements. Hey, thanks for the follow. Is it Zanavia? 365 Zanavia. All year round. Thanks for the follow. I like the details in the back there. That's pretty cool. A little sticky note and stuff. A little vent action. Let's see here. I think the little these little elements here, maybe exaggerating the depth of those. I think what's really gonna make this is the texturing, the material work. Oh, the back is accessible, isn't it? Yeah. Dude, it's on these, so this is really interesting. Here's some hardcore storytelling. So it is against a barrier of some sort. You could go around that probably, but like, do you see these things down here? They actually have like a lift that goes under and lifts these up, and then they back that up, and then they can get behind it. Dude, this guy's all about fire. He looks stoked. Yeah, is that a fob reader thing for paying? Crazy. I think it's going to come down to your texturing, man. Because I think everything else looks pretty spot on. Careful with the size of the tube light. Like, I think this one's different from this one, of course. But you see, like, the tube light is actually, it's in the, like, I would model that. It's not in, no, it's up there. There's a tube light in there. Yeah, I'd get a tube light in there. It is modeled? What am I looking at then? What is there 3 of them? Whoa. Oh man, there are 3 of them. Crazy. Do you have the wire to the little, You need the little wire, because they're kind of like plugged in, right? I don't have too much to say about this though, man. The details are really nice. And the damage, like you've done a little sculpting damage on the bottom here. It's pretty cool, man. You got a detail on the top there. Is that in one of these? Oh yeah, it's on this. What am I doing, man? What am I even doing? Make sure that you get the transmissive on that. Oh, that's Nom 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 nom. And you got to get the stoked guy. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. Fire. Cool. Yeah, I don't have too much to say on it, man. It's coming along nicely. They don't look dented at all, really. Again, I think it's gonna be like I would actually take a roughness pass before putting albedo on. Let's see if you can get it to feel like those materials beforehand. Detail normals, roughness pass. All right. We've got 14 minutes, 43 seconds. Good idea. I'll do it. Sick. Sick. All right. This one. And this one. So the foliage is really, like that grass is really like, right? First I gotta ask, why are you working on 2 scenes, man? That sounds painful. But we'll move on from that. So for the second project, I want to create a shrine, but the shape of the main building is pretty boring right now. Any ideas would be sweet. You have a bunch of things started and unfinished. Dude, the story of every artist's life forever. It's tough, man. Okay, so the shape around this thing is kind of odd. Let's do this. Let's explore some shapes. Man, I love this scene. It looks great. It's really nice. That saturation. So first of all, I would think about how the space is laid out. It looks like you've got some type of shape that's going around. I don't know what the shape is though. Is it like a... It looks like you're just exploring right now. So I would think... Right now, the centerpiece is resting strangely on a platform that doesn't look like it's intended for it to be on. So let's say let's do this. Sorry. This is going to take the rest of the stream because we're going to look at this closely. This is actually a good thing to talk about, I think. No. We're fine. We're fine. Where you at, pure ref? Just do this. Oh man, my stomach is growling. Why is it growling? I ate. Is it that bad? No, man. It's a fun topic. It's a fun topic, dude. So let's do this real quick. Oh, I don't need that anymore. What am I doing? And then sure. Okay. Yeah, this is Moto. So it looks like right now you have a platform that's more or less like kind of like this, and then there's some like side ramps to it. Let me just move that, and then we'll do this. Let's say it's like that, right? And then you've got some stairs here. Just doing some mirrorage. Oh, nice. That's not lined up at all. That's cool. I'm gonna turn the grid off now. So you've got that, right? And then you've got a shape that's on top of it that looks like it's supposed to fit more on a square. So we're gonna just do merge that. So you probably need to make it more like this. That way this edge isn't coming all the way out here. This edge needs to stop more around in here. I'm going to guess that that's 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. 6, 8. Nope. Wrong. 5, 5. Sure. Oh, hello. Top view here. So you probably want to make sure that it's inside of the. Oh yeah, see now that this shape exists, we're getting a lot clearer of a image of like what the. So what this platform under it needs to be is probably more along the lines of something even wider, because it would be weird that it wouldn't at least evenly encapsulate this shape, with like this spot and this spot being at least semi close. Let me see what's going on in chat here. It's more of a try to see if the stairs work. Oh, you know the other thing I'm seeing too is this is actually wider. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like that, maybe. Nope. I think having the stairs wider is going to be more interesting. But, yeah, so with this all in mind, whatever this entrance is, I feel like the stairs need to frame it, right? Maybe do like that, so it's a little bit more close to what you were doing here. But like thinking about what is around it. Oh man, I just want to keep building it. It's fun, dude. We'll go with that. It's not perfect, but it gets the point across. Thinking about the space around it and how it frames the entrance is really important. You have to know what direction is where, right? So like, maybe there needs to be a, let's just make one of these. Let's say that this is like a pillar or something. So like framing up the entrance to this is really important. Let's and then you could have, like, if you take the same shape, maybe you can do like something along the sides here. So you need to think about like how this is all framed, right? Because now that you have like a direction in, everything can like frame around it. Dude, path. Yes. I'm really hacking this stuff together, so I apologize. It's kind of like, it's kind of whack. I'm basically blocking stuff out. I'm trying to imitate shapes. Bridge, there we go. We got 3 minutes. Do you have questions while I'm doing this? Yeah, we got 3 minutes and then I need to end the stream. Nah, just learning? Okay, cool. I mean, thinking about how this all frames up is really the difficult part. So if we go to the top view, I'm going to use like the polygon draw tool, and then I'm going to switch it so that the wall mode is set to, where are we at here? A thickness. Let's do something like that. All right. So, and then we're going to look at this with grid snapping on, right? Where are we? What is happening? This one. And grids, what? Where did the grid snapping go? Am I blind? All right. No grid snapping. We don't have time for that. Oh, it's when you turn it on. Jeez. What am I doing? Okay. Okay, turn grid snapping on. So, thinking about drawing this shape out, where this is all going to go. Right? Maybe that. No. This. Later, Kyle. Yeah, this is Moto. Extrude this up. See, and then you can slot these in where you want them. can see why we like it now, right? We can move this to the center here, then we can snap to the center point. You don't even need this now. You can do mid edge snapping. Well, you've always been able to, but you know. Just do that. And we'll just move this. Hey, Wolf Scout, dude, thanks for the follow, man. Is that, yeah, Wolf Scout. Do I recommend learning Moto? I recommend using what feels good. Is that, I know that doesn't really help you. But, I mean, just work with what feels nice. This isn't really working, I don't think. Oh, time is up, guys. It's time for me to get out of here. Oop. Where are we at here? But yeah, it's really about framing your scene. Maybe you need a bit more room than this. We'll just put this here. Just paint all that, and then you can even take this shape, imitate it further back. Alright guys, it was a pleasure. Thanks for hanging out. Hope this was, you learned something from this. And you guys have a good weekend, alright? Oh, I thought you were leaving, man. Cool. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for the resubs and the subaroonies and just, you know, all around being active in chat and hanging out and follows, all that. Stay tuned for the credits. Skadoosh!